everybody. Welcome back. We're going to be making the second part of our Greek feast. And so we're going to be making a Greek salad. And the Greek salad is traditionally made with either lettuce or orzo, which is a rice-shaped pasta, but that's not very ketogenic. So we are going to be using riced cauliflower instead, but it's going to have all the other traditional ingredients. And we are going to make that to accompany our first video, which was doing our lemon Greek chicken skewers. So we hope that you'll stay with us and make the side dish. So we are going to use a medium-sized bowl, and we're going to put our Greek salad in here. We're going to start it. And about a bowl this size is just what you need. And we are going to start chopping our vegetables to go into the salad, and then we will make our dressing, which is basically now this is a English cucumber that I'm going to be using for my dishes tonight. You wouldn't have to use an English cucumber, but they're really common in the grocery store nowadays. They come wrapped in cellophane, and they're usually a lot longer than a traditional cucumber, and the outside is slightly different than a regular cucumber too. It's not smooth, and they usually do not wax it. And the outer part of an English cucumber is edible, so it makes a really pretty light and dark green color, and you don't have to peel it, which I totally love. I'm going to cut red onion, purple onion, whatever you like to call it. And it doesn't take very much of this to get good flavor. And onions can be kind of high in carbs, so I try not to use too much for the whole salad. So just that little chunk of onion made quite a bit chopped up. So I'm going to take some grape tomatoes or cherry tomatoes, and you only need a few. Tomatoes can be fairly high in carbs, so I'm only going to be using a few, but I'm going to be chopping them up pretty small. It just adds a little bit of flavor and some texture to the salad. I am taking about a quarter of a red pepper, and I'm just going to dice it finely. And you can use any color that you would like, or you can omit it, or you can use roasted red peppers if you prefer, but a lot of times roasted red peppers can have sugar in them, so just watch your labels if you happen to use the roasted red pepper. Sometimes they're just done in olive oil, but just try and get it diced very finely, so a small amount will spread throughout the salad. But it gives it a nice red color and a nice subtle sweetness. We're going to be using some parsley in our dish. Not a huge amount. Parsley is generally very easy to find and inexpensive herb, but a lot of times it's just garnish on your plate. It can add a lot of nice fresh flavor to your Greek salad. So I'm just going to chop it up. And you can use either, I'm using curly today, but you can use flat leaf. found that flat leaf can be a little harder to find. So I'm just gonna chop it up. And you can use a little bit of the stem too. Actually, quite a bit of the flavor is in the stem. And I'm just chopping that up. Next, we're going to be adding some Kalamata olives. And I just got mine in a jar. A lot of your grocery stores have them in the deli section, and you can actually pick them out yourself. But the ones in the jar are quite good. This one happened to have no carbs in it. Some of them have 1 carb. Just check your labels. But we're not going to be using a huge amount. But you can, of course, use different types of Greek olives if you don't want to use Kalamata. I mean, you could use black olives if you prefer, but the Greek ones really do add that authentic flavor. So I'm going to get them out. I got the ones that are already sliced, so I'm just going to drain it a little bit and then just put them right in. I won't have to do anything to them because they're already ready to go. And I'm going to be adding about 1/4 cup, maybe a tiny bit more. And I'm going to go ahead and put in our riced cauliflower now. And we just got ours from Trader Joe's. It's already ready to go. A lot of grocery stores sell them ready to go now. You can, of course, rice your own cauliflower. Just chop it up or feed it through the processor. I've done that before, but sometimes it's really nice to just have it done for you conveniently. Get everything kind of melding together before we make our dressing and add our dressing. You can see how pretty and colorful this is. Very fresh. And this will just get better over the next couple of days in the refrigerator, and the dressing will help marinate the salad. So you can eat this right away, but of course if you wanted to make it overnight or the next day, then it tastes even better. So we are going to start making our dressing, and I'm going to use the same container that I made for the meat marinade because I didn't use it afterwards for the meat, so it should be fine. And for the dressing, we are going to need 1½ tablespoons of the olive oil, which I can put over here. I put in 2 because I like just a little extra dressing. And then we are going to need 1/4 cup of the red wine vinegar, and I'm going to eyeball this. In my measuring cup. Okay. It says it's 1/4. Then we are going to need a splash of sweetener. Traditionally, honey is used in Greek recipes, but honey is not keto. So I am going to go ahead and use some liquid Splenda. You can use stevia, you can use whatever you want. It's just 1 squeeze. It just gives it a tiny bit of sweetness without adding any carbs. Then I need a squeeze of mustard. I'm just going to use spicy brown. You could use Dijon, you could use yellow, whatever you like, and it just takes a little squeeze. Now we are going to add our spices just like we did with the marinade. So we are going to want some Greek seasoning and some garlic powder and some oregano. I'm going to whisk that up. And then we are going to pour it into our salad and stir everything up. And this cauliflower is just going to drink up, and it will just get more and more flavorful as it sits. And then in a minute, we are going to add some feta cheese to it. I like to add my feta cheese at the end, so it keeps its fresh flavor. Thanks for joining us tonight and going to the Greek aisles for some delicious lemon Greek skewers and Greek salad and tzatziki sauce. We'll hope that you come back and make some more delicious food with us. We upload several times a week, both midweek and on Sundays. And we have different ketogenic content, so we hope that you'll come back and join us and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when we upload our new content. And we'd love to have you, so come on back, and we'll see you next time on CJ's Keto Kitchen.